Hey, this is Chaz from Red Death here, and you're listening to Metal-O-Mania with the Crypt and Skully.
Hey, this is Lenny from Dustbolt, and you listen to Metal-O-Mania with the Crypt.
Turn off the bad fucking news and shut out everyone's bullshit views. It's time to metal.
Metal-O-Mania.
You're listening to the best Metal-O-Mania.live.
You are listening to the home of metal, Metal-O-Mania.live. Powered by B Squared Inc. Entertainment.
She'll love you for who you are.
Yeah, a shitty kisser. Remember the porn from earlier? The guy didn't even know how to kiss. He was just licking that woman's asshole. You want to kiss an asshole, Mac?
You're like, what the fuck?
And bam, just like that. Welcome to episode number 161 of Metal-O-Mania out
161.
there. 161 inches of metal.
Woohoo.
But thank you, everybody. We appreciate everyone turning off the panic button for a few minutes and
Please turn off.
hanging out here with us at Metal-O-Mania. I know we need it. We need a little escapism tonight.
Yeah, I'm guessing that we're going to have a lot of people tuning in, mostly because people are just bored as shit.
Well, we'll take it. We'll take it. However it comes, we'll take it. And we appreciate you hanging out for sure, Metal-O-Maniacs. We're going to give you a good show, man. I'll tell you what, we opened up with Verbal Razors. We'll get to that in just a moment. But tonight we're going to be joined by Holycide, a badass kick-ass band out of Spain.
Right.
Our new pals. We're very excited. Their new album, Fist to Face, is kick-ass and awesome.
Yep.
And we're going to play another piece of it for you tonight. We are going to talk about dickheads, dickholes, like we always do, I guess.
Why did you go with Dick Holes, by the way?
I just like the way it sounds.
It's funny.
Yeah, it struck my
Dickhead
ear.
is a little played out.
Yeah, exactly. It struck my ear as funny, so I went with the 10 greatest dick holes of all time in metal. We're going to do that tonight as well, yeah.
Okay.
You know, we always talk about dicks. Tonight we're going to talk about dick holes, so it's not that different, I guess.
Okay.
do
It's
you
weird because it kind of like makes you hear Dick Hole and you're like, oh, kind of dickhead, but it's not really. It's kind of like a pussy, right?
Well, you know, I feel like these people don't get enough. We'd be giving them too much credit to give them credit for being full dicks. So,
Okay. So that's why they get the
right.
essentially a pussy award.
Yeah, right. More or less.
Okay.
And there's even a lady on it, I'll tell you. And some of you got a sneak peek. We're trying to do more with the YouTube content, so please help us share and subscribe and jump on our YouTube stuff. We really appreciate it if you do.
Okay.
Trying to build that thing up finally and put some effort into it. So there you go.
Gotcha.
What do you think? But we're gonna have fun tonight.
Quick question. Okay,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
where is Dick Hole in as far as like, you know, pussy, cunt, like whatever? Like, is Dick Hole like better or worse than cunt?
No,
Or,
yeah, worse
like,
than cunt. Because man, let's be honest, cunt, and to many of us can be a term of endearment, you know, or a word we use in the
it's at least
heat of
becoming
passion.
like common use.
Yeah, it really
you know?
is.
And I guess depending on where you're from, it could just be like everyday fucking lingo, right?
Yeah,
You know,
truly.
don't
Yeah,
they?
especially in like Britain and
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah,
right.
that cunt's
So-
nothing. But you know, it ain't your
So Dick Hole
granddaddy's
is-
cunt. You know what I mean?
So Dick Hole is like, oh,
Well, hopefully that's what we're going
can't
for.
believe he said that.
I don't know if there's any of those words left. Is there?
But you said it was actually less severe than just being a regular old dick, though.
Well, no, less credit. Like, you know, there's more substance to you if you're a dick. If you're a dick hole, you're a dick with no substance. How about that? There you go. How about that as a definition? You're a substanceless dick.
Wow.
That'll be our definition.
It's pretty bad. All right.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. You're just taking up space in underwear is all you're doing.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Barely even. So, but yeah, I thought it'd be fun. You know what I mean?
That sounds fun.
We were gonna do this video last week, but the whole fucking end of the world came, and we decided to go with the pandemic list.
Apparently, it came 3 months ago, but
Yeah.
we weren't
We're
told
finding
about
out
that.
now.
So,
But yeah, what's funny is we did the pandemic video last week, and I hope you guys forgive me for that. I tried my best on that. I was in a literal fucking
it
haze
turned
of
out great.
pain when
No,
I
I mean,
did that.
you read a lot of it, you know.
Well, yeah,
Which-
I wrote it and then I read it, but I was in a haze of pain when I did the audio recording
Yeah.
for that. I
But you
I
were
barely
good.
remember
It
doing
turned out really
it.
good. I liked it. I thought it was
Other than
informative.
calling
and it was-
cholera about 12 times.
Well,
you know.
you know.
Cholera. Jesus fuck. And then,
not
yeah,
the same thing.
We'll get to the dick holes tonight.
At least the
I
other thing
call-
doesn't exist, so it's not like you were confusing it with
Yeah,
something
right.
else.
Right. He's got his pandemics all fucked up in
Right,
this
he's
pandemic
mixing
video.
that one and
What
that
a
one.
douche. But no, we do appreciate everybody hanging out, and we know that you got very little going on in your world right now. So let's meddle, right? let's get through the hump together.
Or a
And-
lot. I seem to be busy.
Yeah,
and
me
I guess
too.
if you have children at home right now, you probably, and if you're
Very
working
busy.
from home and teaching your children from home,
Oh man, more power to you.
you are probably very busy right now.
Mad love,
So
right.
it is a weird, you know, some people are off work and doing nothing, and some people are home busier than they were even before going to work.
Well, I see a lot of the Shining gifts showing up
Yeah.
on social media, like cabin fever shit, and I get it, but yeah, honestly, I've been too busy. And I'll tell you what, I
We
hope
were just
that
doing
we've
the
been
math on it today. We have been in the house officially
Days and days,
9 days.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. But I've been putting that time to
Surprising.
use.
That's surprising, actually. 9 days. It doesn't. You feel it? You feel like
Well,
you're going crazy? Because I was gonna say I don't feel like it's even been.
Well, we've stayed busy.
I do
like you
think
said.
that like 3 days in, I had to go to a walkthrough, so I
Right.
like snuck out to a job site and like came back. But you know that was it.
Well, again, when have we had time to be? When have we had downtime?
No.
You know.
I've spent any free time or any time that used to be spent driving.
doing other shit.
Is now spent playing with Deuce.
Yeah, right on.
Walking Deuce.
Our
or
awesome
like,
dog.
You know, yeah.
We have an awesome dog, so there you go.
Yep.
I have spent the time working on a fucking 1980 thing. Is
You
what I've
have.
spent,
It's been
and
cool. You thought it'd be a quick little like, oh,
I
let me throw this
totally
together.
underestimated. Yes, I did. I went into it thinking, you know what? In the back of my mind, I've been thinking eventually I'd like to do a year tribute to each year, kind of really.
Oh,
but
wow. Well, that's changed. Now it's
I may have
maybe gonna be a
rethought
decade.
all of that.
Right?
Yeah. But I decided to do 1980, and I've been working really hard on it. And my goal is to hopefully get it out there for you guys this weekend. And I really hope you watch it, man. We put a lot of work into it, and it's not just going to be a fucking musical thing. It's going to be a real time. My goal was to really take you there. I want to really give you a time machine experience of
Which is
going
cool.
back to the year 1980. It's,
Right.
40 years ago. 40
It was
years
before
ago.
I was born.
Yeah, right.
So-
Before you were even born.
Yep.
40 years ago, a walk back in time is what, kind of a time capsule thing. So
Totally. It's the funny thing is just hearing it and seeing like the documentaries and the photos and the things like it was a totally different world
Oh, man.
than what we live in today. It just looks so different. So,
well, I think what you'll find if you watch it is that there's some things that are some alien different, like you said. But then there are other themes that are very like, wow, that's pretty reminiscent of today,
the human angle of it.
The past is prologue, my friends. The
Yeah.
past is prologue.
Well, yeah, that's what they say.
Yes, indeed. Well, and speaking of which, before we get too far past the Verbal Razors Jam, I want to
Right.
make sure that you
Mention
know.
them.
Yeah, man. These Killer Thrashers are from France, man. I really dig it. They formed in 2008. This is their third full-length release. It is a must-own. Just out. It just came out on the 13th of this month. It's a kick-ass album. It's called By Thunder and Lightning, and we played Riot from it to open the jam session tonight.
Fuck yeah.
Don't want to overlook that because with all the craziness, we're very much here for the bands.
Right.
So
We have the Metal-O-Mania page under our photos. There's an album for every single one of these.
yes, indeed.
Make
Every single
sure
band we
that
play.
you, go and
Subscribe to all their shit. We make it very easy. Scully puts their Bandcamp, their YouTube, whatever's available, their Facebook, everything. If it's available, we make it easy for you to support it.
to click it and like it and follow it and share it. And
That's what we're here
all
for.
that
And
good
especially
stuff.
in times like these, man, your
Support it.
artists are the first to starve. Never forget. So, get yourself. And speaking of which, man, Zach, shout out to Zach, man. And fucking who
Oh,
you
yeah,
got?
what
Who
do I
you
got?
got there? Oh, you got
Left in
Daniel's
Ruin.
Left in Ruin.
Yes.
Daniel actually has a brand new individual release himself that we're going to be playing a piece of it off of it for you. We played a song off of it for you already, but we're going to be playing some of it on the 420 release. Daniel's our,
Fuck yeah.
he's family to us, man. Much
Awesome.
love to you, brother. And so is Zach. So is Zach Embry, by the way. Embry and the Satan Systems. Much love, man. I fucking love that band. Good shit. And good stuff. So, ready to rock?
I am ready.
All right. Well, I tell you,
I got
thank
warmed
you.
up with first one, so now hit me with some more.
Right, we're ready to go. Thank you very much, by the way, last week to Hyperia. Really kick-ass band out of Canada came and hung out with us for the interview. Really good time, really good interview, really good video, by the way. Really good band. So make sure you show them the love. And
If you
again,
missed it, it's in the archives.
it is in the archives. Oh, man, and now is the time to destroy our archives, you guys. If you need links, let me know. I'll help you out. Share, link, tag, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But and tonight we
Pretty
got
easy. Go to
Holycide.
metalomania.live, and when you click like the viewer, when we're not live,
Right, it'll bring up
it'll
some of the
say
old ones.
previous episodes.
And you can scroll
like that.
right through them for old episodes, you guys,
Yeah.
man. So it's
It's
pretty
easy.
cool. And there's some good ones in there, if you don't mind my saying. You
We
know.
laugh a lot.
We do a lot of that. And there's some great interviews with some great bands. And there you go. And again, tonight, Holycide. Don't want to overlook that. Holycide tonight on the show. Fucking great band out of Spain that we're going to talk to. So let's do the 1-2 of the 2-3 combo, as we've
Okay.
grown to call it. How about that?
Sounds good.
And we're going to open it up with Seed of Pain. And I'm telling you right now, these dudes are out of Florida. They just put out their sophomore full-length release after a split and an EP out there also. And all of it is fucking badassery, I'm telling you. The new release is called Flesh, Steel, Victory. And we're going to play New Age of Chaos from it. And then, man, this album from Honey, one of our people found it on YouTube for us. And was like, dude, check these dudes out. This dude's out of Philly. It's Jay Lofton, by the way. I had to track this motherfucker down. I couldn't find him. I was like, where the fuck is this guy
it's
at?
Not easy.
Yeah,
to
right.
create
And I
many
finally
links.
found you though, and I'm glad I did. Much love, Jay, because this album is the release is Honey is the band, Nightmare Come to Life, is the release, and Suffer is the song we're gonna play for you. And man, while you're all home suffering, you're gonna thank us for it. What do you think? Ready to jam?
Hopefully not suffering too bad.
Nah, we will get through it together, you guys, man. Let's all band together and rock and roll. For all the press given to the shittiness and the crappy people, most of you kick ass, and especially if you're here watching us, you're our people, man. Metal-O-Mania.
We know
So,
you kick ass.
let's go ahead and give you what you came for, a little bit of that metal chop. And we don't go anywhere. We got a great show in store for you guys, everybody. Truly. Keep hanging out with us tonight. Let's get through the hump here on Mom. Boom, 2, 3.
What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? A fucking cat? Hey, don't fucking look at me like that. That's a weird looking fucking cat. Ma! Yo, there's a stray cat outside. I don't want it starting a fight with Lucy. Lucy, it's okay. It's okay, Lucy. Don't worry about it. Ma! Ma, there's a weird fucking stray cat outside. It looks like Grandma, the fucking thing. Hey, get the fuck out of here. I don't even know if that's a fucking cat. Blink, motherfucker.
And that's how you eat your metal here at Metal-O-Mania. Fucking by the pound, right? Good stuff. That's some pounding shit. Good shit. Good stuff on the Metal-O-Mania. You all right? You with me? You still
I
awake?
got a sneeze. It's hanging out. The ones to...
Dancing around the undercarriage there. Speaking of undercarriage, how's everybody spending their time when you're home alone these days? I got to tell you, Scully's been running around looking like a chicken bone to me. Anyway, but
what is undercarriage?
Your undercarriage?
How did you?
I don't know.
I don't even know.
I'm spewing garbage. We're all losing our minds here at Metal-O-Mania. Well, probably globally at this point, I think. We've all lost a little bit of our brains this week, but maybe, in the end, well, all right, well, I'll make a different in the end joke later. We'll come back around to that. Let's talk metal. But those were some good jams, man. Support those bands and show them the love. I really, really love the playlist we're going to play for you guys tonight, as a matter of fact. Start to finish, good stuff.
Right.
So, did you see the story in Portland, Oregon, my dear Scully?
Probably not.
Of the stripper club, the strip club that was closed down.
Seen it.
They are having their strippers deliver food to their patrons.
Oh, that's genius.
I love it, man.
The local pizza delivery guy is getting a little pissed off,
Yeah,
I'm sure,
probably.
because he's not making any tips anymore.
Yeah, right on. The local Domino's sales are suffering, but apparently, dude, I'll tell you what, they did a little ad. It's on YouTube. You can check. I shared it on Facebook and stuff.
Oh,
but,
okay.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Their delivery chicks are pretty damn cute in my opinion as well. So they're gonna do well.
Was that like no? They had one or two do the ad, and then. They,
Oh well, yeah, I wonder. No, there was like 3 or 4 of them in the ad actually,
Okay.
but. The guy talked about it. It started as a joke where he was saying, since we have to shut down, with all this stuff going on, maybe we should have our kitchen open and have the girls deliver people food. And people were like, fuck yeah, if you do that, I'm in. So they apparently come over to dance around your living room for a minute, drop off the food, you give them a tip. I'm not sure how social distancing it is really, but it's still a goddamn good idea. And it's I want to follow suit.
Well, how safe is that? She just comes in their house and starts not stripping.
I don't know the full. They were a little fuzzy on the details there. I wonder if they're.
It's probably her discretion.
Yeah, probably. And I
Depends
would
how
imagine
much cash you have.
Yeah, that's true. Probably. It's probably how much cash you have. How long of a patron have you been?
I mean, if you're having strippers come to your house for like a show, they come with like bodyguards and fucking people to protect. They don't just come to your house.
They probably have a
randomly.
driver and the girl going to drop all food. If I would.
Well, then
imagine.
are they still making enough money to make it worth it?
I don't know. I'm sure people are tipping well for the extra. You're not just paying for food at that point. You're paying for the show. You're paying for.
There's probably a delivery charge, which is like $25 in the.
Well, I tell you what. I'll remember years ago now.
Did you check out the ad? How much is it? Where is this place?
It's
by
in
the way?
Portland,
Oh, you
Oregon.
said
I know
that.
we
You
need
said
to do
that to start
a
with.
local one.
Yeah.
But we did a bachelor party years ago where we hired a stripper to come, and one of the guys even knew the girl. But I'll tell you what, she showed up with a bodyguard who had made it very clear he was wearing one of them things with a gun on it and shit. You know what I mean?
They usually do.
Yeah, he just sat in the corner like eating dip and shit and chips, while we all were like throwing dollars at the girl. But yeah, I think if it would have got stupid, he would have blown your goddamn head off. But anyway, as it turns out, she would have blown your head off for like an extra $50. But let's move on. But let's open up. I think we should follow suit. We should do cheek seats, and instead of highlighting the boobs, let's highlight the butt cheeks. I think for every man out there that's a boob man, there's another man who's a butt cheek man, and we could be missing a market, don't you think?
Okay.
But what highlight the butt cheeks? Maybe get we should have some kind of uniform that like pushes up and highlights butt cheeks that hang out, and then you deliver the food backwards.
They're all just in yoga pants.
Oh, that. See, Scully, you're an idea girl. You're an idea girl, I tell you. There's a reason we love you around here. You're not just our metal mistress. You're a fucking idea. What do you think? Anyone who wants to apply, get it. Me and Scully will be taking personal auditions. We'll work out the social distance and stuff. Maybe we'll put a piece of partition glass
or anything though. Because
no, but if you want to come over and try out, we're all about that. So we're all about doing that with you. So What do you think? I knew we'd get around to talking dicks eventually in every break. So there you go. But yeah, what do you think, man? I think that is a pretty good idea, and maybe more should follow suit. More of the, there's things out there like the girl says in the video. I realized very quickly when this all happened, I am not just working here. I'm a private, contractor basically. You're more or less on your own when the shit hits the fan.
You're
so
right.
so anything that keeps the wheels turning. Well, and what's cool about the story is though, even non-patrons of this strip club apparently people are donating money and donating food and things like that to help these girls out, man. Even if I think that's cool. You know what I mean? And I'll tell you what, there's a bunch of that.
Tons of
Yes,
people
there
that
really
are in
is.
that position right now.
Oh, there is that
Stadiums
too.
are closed because of all the sports things. Now,
Right.
granted, a lot of the sports guys have stepped up.
They
and
really
decided to,
have,
like,
man.
pay,
For all the shit we
salaries
give
for
our
these
athletes,
people.
man, you do a little homework right now because some of these athletes are doing some amazing things with their
Right.
money. For
But
them.
I bet there's lots of loopholes, like exactly like you're saying. They're independent contractors. They're
Yeah.
not actually employees, so they won't be
Right. Don't have full
considered,
protection.
you know,
Right.
protected as far.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm sure there's some bullshit like that. So
Yeah,
that's
if
cool.
you can help. And honestly, you know, in our arena of the world, which of course is metal, you can help these bands, man. I'm telling you, a lot of bands have shut down shows, which was their source of income. A lot of these bands were relying on that to continue to do
to
things.
sell their
that they-
merch, you know,
Yeah,
to people
for
at the
sure.
shows.
Right.
So,
So buy a T-shirt, get some merch,
Yeah.
man. Go show the bands the love. That's how you can support. If you are in
still
a
need
position
clothes.
to, right, yeah, right, you got to do that. If you are in position to help and support the bands that you love, man, now's the time.
Yep.
So
have it mailed to your front door.
fuck yeah, you know, and then wash your hands before and after opening the
Right.
package.
You have them leave it on
Wash
the.
it.
Have you heard this whole like bullshit? You're supposed to leave it outside for 24 hours if possible in the
Oh,
sun.
okay.
Which, like a fucking 2 weeks ago, you had to get your package off the step immediately, or somebody would steal that shit.
Yeah, no shit.
Now you got to leave it outside.
Now people are
for
like, I ain't touching that
24
shit.
hours in the sun, ideally, if you
Wow.
can.
Okay.
And then when you bring it inside, you have to, of course, protect your hands first off while you're handling it.
Okay.
You have to open it, you know, very carefully. You have
Like
to
a bomb unit now at
Exactly,
this point.
right.
Okay.
Don't touch your face or anything in between. Like I accidentally
Wow.
just like touched my face there.
Yeah, you did. It's mental.
I know.
The,
But
the more you're telling horrific parts of this story, it's reminding me of my first
you
wife.
have to open it up. You have to treat it like, you know, it was fucking touched with poison. And then you got to wash your hands. You got to wash the box. You got to throw it away. You got to wash your hands again. You got to, you know, it's just basically it's fucking insane the amount of washing that you have to do.
Living soap these days,
Yeah.
man. You know what I mean? Everybody bought toilet paper. You need soap. That's what
Just hopefully that,
You know.
you know, whoever produced the thing in the first place or whatever, you know, didn't cough all over it while they were making it.
Right. Hopefully your package remains uncoughed on. You know, I tell you what, maybe this will finally be the thing that gets rid of all the fucking spitting and porn. All right, let's move on. Let's play some more music. As a matter of fact, you know what? I got some cool jams coming up for everybody.
Okay.
And we are going to talk a little bit about some of that. I do want this show to be a little bit escapist tonight. My goal was to do that. I want to kind of get away from everything that's going on if we can. I
Say
know
no
we just
more.
did a whole stint on it. And of course, we are going to talk a little bit more about it later in the show because I'm sure everybody heard about Chuck Billy and everything. Of course, we got to cover that a little bit, of course. And but get well, brother. Much love to all you guys, man. Much love for real. That's Chuck Billy to me. That's you know, that's a hero to me. So, but let's play some Morbid Cross, shall we?
Morbid Cross.
Morbid Cross. I'm very excited about
Heck
this
yeah.
band, man. These badasses from Jersey put out an EP in 2015 called "Practice What You Preach." And they've just put out a full-length debut, by the way. So get your
I
drink
don't think
on.
we've talked about that yet.
Yeah, it might be
Debut
our-
means
yeah.
drink.
Debut means drink, right? If you're new to the show, every time we say the word debut, you drink, you do a bong hit, or nothing.
Partake in
Whatever.
whatever it is you do.
We don't judge. No peer pressure or anything, but do
It's
what you
just
do.
the Metal-O-Mania drinking game.
It's kind of become that.
We thought it'd be fun.
And it is. I think so. But
Back
this
to Morbid Cross.
Morbid Cross,
Their
this band
debut.
is killer. Debut. What did I just wanted to get to my notes here. It says this debut is so good it fucked your toothless cousin.
Whoa.
I don't know what
Why is
happens
that
to
good?
me while I'm writing things sometimes. But,
Yeah, what is that?
I don't know.
Explain that.
I can't.
Like you're a good guy. If
I
you-
was sitting around writing notes on while listening to the bands. I write the notes about the bands while I'm listening to it, so it's kind of their fault, isn't it? I mean, they did something to my brain that made me say their music is so good it fucked your ugly toothless cousin. There you go. But I don't know what that means, but what I do know is this album is Disciples of the Goat. It's fantastic. The song we're going to play for you is Cease to Exist. And fuck, man, here's hoping you don't. Much love, much better. Here you go. Morbid Cross.
We'll be exposed. We'll die out there. We'll die here.
Some people were born to die.
And that is Morbid Cross, man. Fucking another reason to support fucking Badassery is a band like that.
Mm-hmm.
They're the reason we do this goddamn show is bands like that, man. Badassery fucking abounds. Good shit.
Go like their stuff and support them.
Please do, man.
Yep.
It's worth it. And dude, cool dudes. I've had some interactions with them actually, and seem like real cool guys, man.
Right.
Cool guys making cool music. What the fuck else can you ask for, right?
Right.
So we do want to be escapists. I know I talked about that a little bit earlier, but I unfortunately we do have to. Chuck Billy got the coronavirus, man. What the fuck?
Oh no.
I know. It's crazy. The whole leg of that tour, that Bay fucking Strikes Back tour with Testament and Death Angel, and you know all those dudes are kind of in jeopardy. Matter of fact, let's see. Exodus singer said the bandmates member of Testament. Most of everybody's doing pretty good, but Chuck Billy definitely has tested positive. And the drummer for Death Angel, fucking Will Carroll, has been in intensive care as the result of it. So yeah, that's
with
crazy.
It?
Yeah, coronavirus, and apparently to the point where he's in intensive care. So that sucks.
Not good.
You know, Yeah, man, it's crazy. I don't know what the fucking making of this shit, but you guys get better, man. We
Just
send
stay
love to
away.
you.
People stay away from each other.
Yeah, for a minute, give it a
Holy
minute.
fuck.
Yeah,
it's.
Stop touching each other, man. You know.
I was like, what are you? I thought you were
Yep,
trying to
just-
like discreetly tell me to chill out.
No,
like,
but no, I agree with you. Yeah,
stay
I mean,
away.
yeah, right.
It's
The
so
sooner we
easy,
do, the
honestly,
sooner it's
like,
over. You know, the sooner we take it seriously. You know, there are people doing some crazy things out there. We talked earlier. There's some people doing some amazing things, but there are some people doing some crazy things. Did you see? There's apparently in Chicago, I believe it was, in L.A. There are teenagers like posting videos of them going to the grocery stores and licking produce right now during all this.
I saw a thing where they were all in line licking a lollipop, one
Fuck
lollipop.
yeah. Sharing it with one another?
Yeah, like one person licked the lollipop and then passed it to the next. And there were like 12 people in line.
Man, you know
so
what?
like by the 12th person, you're licking the lollipop. The first person, if I'm doing that, I'm at least going to be the first person in line.
Yeah, right.
You know?
I don't want to share a lollipop
with anybody.
Anybody. I mean,
But
I love you, honey,
especially
but I don't.
during a virus.
Yeah, that's crazy. And that's gross to me, you know. I remember that girl that we saw that time share her hot dog and her milk with her dog. Do you remember that?
Oh, God, yes.
We were at a party. Actually, it was a draft party. We were at one of our draft parties one year, and a girl was sitting at the pool with a glass of milk and a hot dog.
Right, she came out with those two things first off. We were like, who the fuck drinks
milk with
hot milk
dog?
on a summer day? First off, like before you even introduce the hot dog,
I know, man.
then you have to have the okay, now you have a hot dog with it, which
this
is fucking weird.
Crazy nut job.
And then she literally shared it bite for
Back and
bite
fight.
and drink for drink.
The dog would take a bite, she would take a bite. The dog would take a bite, she would take a bite.
Yeah.
The dog would drink out of the milk glass, she would drink out of the milk
Yeah,
glass.
man, like
Crazy. I love my dog, but I'm not French kissing his ass anytime soon.
No way,
Not
I'm not
anytime
sharing
soon.
anything with him.
I seen him out in the yard earlier licking all kinds of fucked up shit. We ain't doing that.
No, I washed
love
my
him.
hands.
Yeah.
Look, I treated my dog like he was the coronavirus
Yeah,
before I even knew
before
about
even
it.
that. Yeah, that's true. We love them, but we pet them and then wash our fucking hands, man. Yeah. I was already kind of anal about the whole washing my hands thing, so that's nothing new. You know.
Because you're always trying to get anal.
That's right. So let's talk
That
to
made
a
it creepy,
band.
that noise. For the record.
Did I just turn it creepy?
Yeah.
I just threw in a sound effect and turned it from fun to creepy in a
Yeah, it
heartbeat.
was something that we did that was cool. And now I don't
No,
wanna do it
we got to
anymore.
rethink. I got to go redeem myself. I tell you what, I'm going to try to redeem myself with Skully with an interview, actually, with one of our bands that we really, really love these days, man. And that is Holycide. We told you a few years ago when Annihilate the Nast came out that it was a great release, and we played some jams off of it for everybody. And now they've come up with the next one. It's called Fist to Face. It is fantastic.
Right.
And we appreciate the
I
fuck
love
out of them. Yeah, right. It's good shit. They're a good album cover, too. I know. I don't want to get political. I hate both sides, so I don't want to hear it. I hate them all. I'm an equal hater when it comes to politics. I hate all of them. So, but I love this band, and I love metal, and I love you fuckers. And yeah, you're all right.
Oh, it's a lot of love.
You're okay, Scully.
Right.
But let's play. Let's talk to Holycide. Let's play a jam off of Fist to Face. In fact, we're going to play Empty Cyber Life, which a lot of us are probably experiencing right now, stuck in our homes in front of our computers. So, what do you think? Metal?
Let's play it.
Let's do it. Don't go nowhere. Lots more for you here on Metal-O-Mania.
And now for something completely different.
All right, all of you Metal-O-Maniacs out there, I got something very special in store for you now, because if you've been watching the show, then you know we're huge fans of Holycide, and we're huge fans of this brand new release. Fist to Face is just fantastic. And we are joined on the phone right now by my main man from Holycide. How are you tonight, sir?
Very good, very good. It's new. You rock, man.
You rock, sir. I'm going to tell you, one of my favorite new things is Fist to Face, my friend. I love it.
Okay, yeah, thank you a lot. Appreciate that.
That's awesome. Well, I tell you what, for starters here, why don't you introduce yourself to all of our Metal-O-Maniacs out there, my friend, and the band.
Okay, so, well, first of all, thank you for having me here. My name is Salva Esteban. I am one of the two guitar players from thrash metal from Spain, Holycide band. And this is our second release. The first one was Annihilate the Nast. You got them here, Annihilate the Nast, and Fist to Face. And well, we are still growing. We want to do our first shows to present the album, and we would really like to go to the US very soon, but look, it's not completely depending on us. And well, I can show you a little bit too. I play here this lovely guitar, my Gibson Explorer, lovely body from when I was 15 years old. And well, here we are. Here you have me. Tell me.
Fuck yeah, and I'm so glad to have you, sir, because I got to tell you, when Annihilate the Nast came out, we were big fans of that release as well, man. We played some songs off of that. I was a huge fan of that release too. So, you know, we've been loving you guys for more than a minute. So, tell me a little bit. Let's start from the beginning. Tell me a little bit about how this band came together. How did you guys form Holycide in Spain down there?
Okay, so this started a little bit as a side project from Abuse. The boss here started quite long ago in 2004, but the thing is that he couldn't get it on rolling because he tried out with a couple members and didn't work out really properly until 2012, 2013, when he took the other guitar player, which was Miguel Várez. He was a live member from Avulst, and then he took the other guy, the bass player, which is he's Danny Fernandez. He is also known in Spain for another bands like Darmor and Violent Eve. And after that, well, they wanted to do a complete band project when things started to going on properly and when they started writing the first songs. And then, well, Miguel called one of his childhood friends, who is Jorge Utrera, the drum player, and also, well, he called me because the relationship that I have with Miguel Várez is quite special. He used to be my teacher, guitar teacher, when we were like years ago. And well, we kept on contact. And he called me, like, he saw me in one of my live shows with another band, told me, hey, I think you still rock. I remember that you and we were playing thrash metal things, like I was playing things from Metallica and Megadeth and all these stuff from him. He told me, hey, do you want to join a thrash metal band? Yeah, sure. Who am I going to play with? Me, of course. And then, wow, man, sure. Can I? Do you want me to perform also solos and all these things? For real, man? And I was, oh, cool. Well, there's a little bit there's no problem with me with that, but there's a little bit of a generation gap. I am actually 26 years old, and they are all in their 30s or 40s. So it was a little bit gap, and I was shocked that I could play with these all very professional guys, but man, I really love it. And it's been like 5-6 years since then, and I really, really appreciate that. I'm quite living a dream with them.
Well, I tell you what, that's an awesome story, by the way. That's an awesome story of how the band forms, and that's awesome to be able to play with somebody that was your teacher. That's a fucking special relationship, you know? Yeah. So to then be able to make music and put out records, I think that's pretty fucking cool, brother. Very cool.
Yeah, when I was 15 years old, when I was in my teens, if they have been telling me that I could be, you know, doing gigs, tours, recording video clips and all the stuff, I was like, man, that's a fucking dream. So I would completely sign it, you know, with my own blood.
Fuck yeah.
Rolling.
Yeah, that's awesome. So now the band's been together. You guys got to put out, what, an EP, and now you got 2 full-length releases, correct?
Yeah. First of all, we released a demo with a couple of songs, No Escape and Radiation Engine. No, not that one, but a couple of songs. It worked quite good. And then that became an EP when all the 5 members played. After that came Annihilate the Nask, and then Face to Face. The first EP was a little bit like recorded at homes and friends and this kind of stuff, but the very professional thing became with this one. We recorded the 2 records with Andy C. He was a player for some really good known bands here in Spain, like Saratoga, and now he's playing with Lords of Black. He's a very nice producer. He really lets us be ourselves. He gets the best from us, and we can develop it and put it on the record. And that's quite the story. We are receiving some good reviews from this album, because for us this album is a very big step in terms of sound, in terms of production, and also in terms of musical depth. Because we are, my bros and I, we try to do it as professional as we can, but this it's quite hard for ourselves. We have raised the bar a little bit with the technique and skills in this album. I'm going really for the best I can do in this album set.
Well, and it shines, my friend. It comes through in waves. You know, this is an album that I say from start to finish, man. It's an assault on you. It's a metal fucking. In my opinion, it should be a part of every metalhead out there. Spring into summer this year, man. Your 2020 is not complete unless you pick up your copy of Fist to Face, ladies and gentlemen. Trust me on that. Good shit. So, well, what's happening now? Where do you go from here? Like, I know that now that Fist to Face is out, are you guys gonna put together like a leg in Spain of a tour package? What's next for Holycide to support this record?
Yeah, well, we have for sure, absolutely. We're going to do a little bit of touring in Spain. I think I can't say anything yet, but it's soon to be confirmed. We have gone to many places in Spain, and I think that we have the opportunity to do bigger things and to go to many cities that we haven't gone yet. And we are also looking for, it's everything right now, it's still in the air, but we would really like to do for the first time an European tour in maybe summer, maybe a little bit later. But we would really like to introduce this record and ourselves into Europe. It would be not the first time that we travel abroad. A year and a half ago, more or less, or two, we were in Italy performing, and that was our first international show, and we're really looking forward to expand ourselves in Europe and the European scene.
Yes, sir. Well, I'm hoping that one day we'll get you to the States too, you know?
I would really hope to do that. It depends on how good this record works out in the US, but also we should have an agreement with a Japanese label. The record is released in Japan through this label, Carnal Beast, and we have a Japanese edition of this Fist to Face with also a couple of bonus tracks. And man, also Japan would be a really, really, really good thing. Hope the record works out well.
Well, you know what? That's actually another part of the world where metal seems to be blowing up right now. You know, Japan, and Italy, and so many places. We're taking the world over again, my friend. You know, and it's bands like Holycide that are making that possible, sir. We're taking over the world again because of badasses like you.
Yeah, oh, thank you. I really hope so. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man. Fuck yeah, dude. That's awesome. Well, and I tell you what, I guarantee you, we've played a little bit of this album, and we're going to continue to play more of this album, and we're going to play some tonight, as a matter of fact, as we play the interview for everybody. But I'm sure they're going to be wanting to rush out and buy the record. What's the best way for them to do that? What's the best website for them to hit to pick up their copy of the record?
Well, you can get the record directly from let me think. Yeah. The deal of that we have released it in Spain and all over the world. It's Extreme Music. You go to the webpage of Extreme Music, you go to the store, and you can buy also not only in vinyl, but I can take it also the CD copy, and for nostalgia things also cassette. You have the cassette, the CD, the vinyl, and all our merch. We have even pics for the crowdfunding thing. We have a lot of merchandising going on. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Even pigs we have, yeah. I can tell you this, the vinyl has a little surprise because it's not just a black vinyl, it's a splatter. We really take pretty much a lot of attention on details like this.
That's badass, brother. That's badass. I love shit like that.
As good as we can for our fans and people. You know, this is underground scene after all, and we really know that the fans is also grounded with us. Oh, sorry, the light. There it goes. Oh, it fell. Sorry. I think that this is a good thing to die later. Well, as I was telling before, it's as we are in the underground scene, we know that we are lucky to perform this kind of art, but we are in the wrong genre to live from it. So when you just accept that and you realize that you are free to do your own music, you realize that you are in the same ground as your fans. So we try to do as best as our fans to enjoy it, because as a fan, I really enjoy having these physical editions and this attention to detail in these things. So really, we really care for that. We know that we are not getting rich from this, and we don't really care. We just want to perform our music and our art as good as we can, and make people enjoy as much as we can, because we are also fans of this genre, and we know what the fans like. And I, as a fan, I really know what I'm looking for into a thrash metal record, and I try to put that as much as I can. For example, one thing I really like from this genre is the exploding and spontaneous soloing from the guitar, and I try to be as aggressive in my solos for this band as I can. I think you can perceive that when the thing, it's very nice, because Miguel, the other guitar player, and I have different styles. Miguel is more like mentally prepared and more like into a shredding thing, and I am more spontaneous. The thing is that different styles, different passions, but you can perceive that it matches really well. We complement each other really good, and I really love playing guitar like that.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you what. Listening to you two go back and forth on some of the parts of this record is heaven for my ears, brother. Well, man, you fucking kick ass, brother. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you spending some time with us here at Metal-O-Mania and talking about metal and talking about this new release. I'm a huge fan of the band, and I'm a huge fan of you, sir.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, you really kick ass, and I really hope that someday we can go to the US and, meet in person and kick some ass all around the.
Fuck yeah, brother. I'll tell you what, if the world is a just place, I will be able to buy you a beer one day, my friend.
Yeah. I would really like to. I would really like to share a beer with you, man, because you are fucking awesome.
Well, thank you so much, my friend. I very much appreciate it. I got to go take Skully and feed her now, or she's going to beat me up.
Good. Thank you too, man. Hello, guys. My name is Salva Esteban. I'm from Holycide, and we are rocking it here in Metal-O-Mania with the Crypt. So you guys rock and keep rocking.
Oh, drat these computers. They're so naughty and so complex. I could pinch them.
And thank you very much. How badass has that been, for real? How badass?
Very badass.
We played some shit. I think that's the third song we've already played off of the new album because I am a huge fan of it. I really love it. You guys will love it too. Go get it.
Right.
Go get it. And thank you for spending some time with us here at Metal-O-Mania. It really means the world to us. So, and then speaking of which, people hanging out, we've gotten a lot of questions over the last few weeks from Metal-O-Maniacs out there that are in bands. Will you play this? Can I play you this? Can I send you this? And yes, I think we've made it very clear at this point. We don't care how big your following is. I don't give a fuck if you have 7 likes on Facebook. I don't give a fuck if you have 1 million. I don't care about none of that shit.
Right.
And
right, that's not what we judge it by.
yeah, no way. Never, and we never will.
It's got to fit into what
we never will.
want.
Right, exactly. That's true. And I'm glad you bring that up because there are bands that send us stuff that we very much like, but that I don't feel fit with what we do here at Metal-O-Mania.
Right.
Now, we talk about it all the time. My hope is to eventually add shows. And in doing so, adding shows will add, exposure to other genres that we don't get around to enough here on Metal-O-Mania itself. And again, hopefully, fingers crossed that's coming.
Right.
But we've been trying to get that to happen for a while, and hopefully we do. But the point being, though, we appreciate your submittals. But please, I'm going to beg everybody, send me a direct link to a YouTube video or an MP3 or better quality direct download of your song. Because holy shit, man, some people send me, it's like filling out a fucking questionnaire and going through a maze to get from the email to the song you're trying to send me in. I got to be honest with you. I love you guys, and I appreciate that you send me metal. I appreciate it more than you know. I will never stop. Every single time I see someone that submitted a fucking song, whether we end up playing it or not, I appreciate it. I appreciate that you thought of us and that I really
Makes
do,
sense,
man.
Right? Okay.
But whether if it takes 30 years to get to your song, I move on often. I mean to get to it. I'm always thinking, you know what? I'll get back to that one later. But I'll be honest with you, I don't often get back to that one later.
Right.
It doesn't happen. So
it's just the reality.
I
think we face that a bit ourselves. Sometimes people struggle with our show and have to refresh more than twice, and they're like,
right.
"Fuck that shit!
Right.
I'm not doing it."
You're right. Speaking of which, our parent company, StreamSpot, has bought in with another company. Hopefully, some of the things, our bugs, will be worked out soon. But but you're right. Yeah, if you have to fight for the fucking thing, often things fall.
The juice has to be worth the squeeze.
The juice, one of our favorite sayings around here. The juice must be worth the squeeze, and it's true. It really does. So, but the point being, though, I have had bands ask us and say, we are just getting started, but we got this EP. Is that something you're interested in? Yes, of course it is. Fuck
right.
Yeah, send it in. We found a lot of great bands that way.
That's exactly what our platform is all about.
Yeah,
is
fuck yeah.
allowing you somewhere to share your music because
For sure.
you can't hear it on the radio. And
Now, don't get me wrong. That doesn't mean if there's a New Testament song, we're going to overlook it. Of course, we're going to play bands like that. We're metalheads, and I love that shit.
Well, it's still new.
But yeah, right.
So
But we
that
do
it
stick to the
fits
new.
in,
We play one old school jam a week here.
Right.
Every week we play an old school jam. Oh, speaking of which, well, you know what? We'll talk about that in a minute. But I heard from Kenny Finger earlier in the week, and we'll talk about that after this. So you want to, but yeah, I want to make it very clear to bands out there. We don't care about how big your following is already, man. Hell, hopefully, the reason we exist is to hopefully make it bigger for you. I mean, if we play you on the show, that means we definitely love it, and we want to see a bigger following
Help
for
you
you.
grow.
Yeah, man. So send us your shit. TheIronKings@yahoo.com. Feel free to send us your stuff. But again, if you send me something that is a virtual video game to figure out to get from the email to your song, I'm probably not going to get to it. I still love you for sending it, but I'm limited on time sometimes, man. Right on?
I give you that.
There you go.
Yep.
All right, so what do we got next? Let's play some Hammerlord.
Hammerlord.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep things at a brisk pace. I know you're going to get tired on me at some point too, but also I'm this close to finishing the touches on the 1980s shit, you guys. So
nice.
We got to keep it going, man.
Keep your
I really hope
momentum.
you guys watch it, man. I put a lot of work into it.
I'll watch it.
Oh man. Okay.
It's good.
So I hope so. But let's play.
What's going to be cool about it is those who were around for it will be very nostalgic, and those who weren't around for it will be a very interesting, glimpse into like what the fuck was happening.
That's exactly my hope. Yeah. Even if you were around for it, I'm hoping there'll be spots where you're like, oh fuck, that was 1980. I didn't remember that, or there'll at least be spots where you're like, fuck, I don't remember that at all.
Well, the thing I want you to keep, and maybe I don't know how you would slip it in, but This was 40 years ago. You know, I know in most of your brains it's like only 20 years ago still.
Yeah, it
like,
is to me.
somehow. But
I often think 1980 is 20 years ago.
Well, I wasn't even born then, and it's still in my brain only like 30 years ago. You know what I mean?
Time plays tricks on your mind.
It does. It's crazy. So,
yeah.
All right, but go ahead. Yeah,
speaking of good things, let's play some Hammerlord.
Hammerlord.
This dude's, I'm telling you, man. I played this earlier in the studio and just punched a friend right in the fucking mouth to it, just for the fuck of it. And you know what? The album is so badass that he thanked me, and then punched me back. And that's how we do shit around here when shit is good. So this band formed in 2007. They've been kicking ass since. This is their third full length album, but first since 2010. After a decade of probably playing and partying in local towns and crushing shit near you, they finally have a new album out, and it's called Wreck Shop. And we're going to play Extensive Enterprises off of it for you right here, right now, on Metal-O-Mania, because much love.
Much metal?
Hammerlord.
Speaking of that, I love my marijuana the same way I love my wife's pussy, with purple hairs on it.
Enterprises, how can we help you? The side of
This all started as revenge, but you made me realize I like killing. And I'm really fucking good at it. Like Manson level good.
That's the Hammer Lord.
Fuck yeah.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Go pick up Rec Shop and support that band because they kick ass.
Yeah.
And, I'm trying to support you, Skully, but I got to tell you, our dog, Scully's cooking right now in the background. And every time you cook, our dog runs in terror.
It's not my fault.
It's a terrifying experience for our dog every time Scully cooks.
I broil a lot because I like it. I like the way it,
We
puts
like
a little
charred
char on
shit.
your
Yeah,
fucking
we're all
stuff.
about charred shit around here.
And look, maybe if it's possible to broil without setting off the smoke alarm, I don't know how to do it.
She does it every
I
time,
don't.
and the dog freaks out like it's the end of the world.
He loses his mind.
He
He's
walks
like,
on a a low walk through the house. It's funny.
in these anxieties fucking spins.
I know.
That's the only way
You're
I can
freaking
describe
out
it.
the
Right?
deuce,
He
man.
literally goes in circles,
Yeah.
and he almost looks at us like, "Guys, you can't hear the fucking alarm going off," and we're over there like fanning it and trying to fucking do the thing, like what everybody does when the
My
smoke alarm
question
off.
is, how do you fucking set off the fire alarm 37 times a week?
Well, because if I broil on Monday, on Tuesday, it's fucked now. So, like, every time I use it for anything else,
Right. It
it's fucked.
smokes all the fuck up. Yeah.
so-
Even if you don't broil on Tuesday.
Right,
Yeah. That's
right.
all right.
So,
no.
like, once you broil,
Hey, I'm not
you ruin
bitching.
it.
I eat the stuff you cook and I like it, so it works for me.
It
you know.
tastes so good.
It tastes so good.
What are you gonna do? What are you not do it?
I'm not advocating that whatsoever.
I know. I just
So.
got to clean it more often,
Okay.
but you know.
Well,
Well,
I'm not advocating
you
that
did
either.
do the self cleaning thing.
I did. Made a difference for a day.
For a day.
For a day and a half.
Till I broiled.
Then she broiled something. And then the dog ran away like it was terrified
But
again.
hey, it's almost grilling season.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
So anything that was previously broiled will be.
will be grilled for the next few months. I am looking forward to grilling. Well,
Just
all right,
gonna
I'm looking forward to
chill
you
the fuck
grilling.
out.
We're opposite of everything around here, by the way. Yeah, she does all the grilling. She's the grill master, and I'll put her up against any one of you motherfuckers. Yeah,
well, don't. I'm not up for a challenge, but I do like
the,
to do it.
The Bobby Flay challenge against Scully. You know.
No.
There you go. Hey, I
No,
want
I
to do
do
that
make
just
some
because
mean
I'll eat
ribs,
all the
though.
food that you guys make. That'll be cool.
You talked over my I was boasting about.
Oh, you do make some good ass ribs, no doubt about it. Yeah. Oh, when she makes ribs, it's renowned throughout the family. Like cousins are like, is she making ribs?
She's making ribs.
They are good motherfuckers. They are good motherfuckers.
Yeah.
So
But it's not like my own secret recipe or anything. It's not like
they're
You can't enter a competition if you're just using other people's
a recipe
stuff.
somebody else
You
gave
know
you.
what I mean?
I don't know.
Or, like-
My dad gave me a chicken wing recipe. I didn't enter a contest with that shit.
Well, now
You know.
it's left down to you, so that's different. That
Yeah,
is
right on.
yours
Okay,
now.
it's mine now.
Yeah.
Right on. Right on. You know what's funny is Pop years ago. I remember entered his chicken wings in a chicken wing contest.
Right.
At the lodge, whatever. I
Yeah, the
forget
local lodge.
whatever the lodge was. But
The old folks lodge.
yeah, my dad loved the old lodge back in the day. But what's funny is his wings were the best ones. They were the best wings. They were great wings out there. They were great wings. But my dad was very popular. So honestly, he could have made the worst wings and he probably would have won. But my mother was telling everybody the wrong number wings were his.
She's
So
like,
the
"Eddie's
number
number
she told
5."
everybody won.
You're like, Eddie's number 5, Pop's number 5.
Yeah, your dad's number 5. You better vote for number 5. It's your dad's wings or number 5. So everybody in the whole place voted
So
for
number 5 won by a landslide.
And Pop was number 3. So
Yeah.
there you go. There you go. I'll tell
That's
a
what
little,
you know. What
a
that's
little
what you
peek
get
into me.
for not
trying
voting
to-
how you feel
Yeah, that's
and
right.
allowing other
You're
people
right.
to influence you.
Well, what's fucked up
because
is Pop
everybody
wasn't
was
even
like,
trying to do that. He was like, "I'm cool with it. Whoever wins, wins. I don't give a fuck." You know,
Right.
he didn't care.
but everybody was, like, fuck, man, 3 was so good.
Yeah,
like I
3
should have
was the
voted
shit.
for 3.
I should have voted for 3.
Yeah.
Yep,
Instead
and
they
it
let
was.
Jane peer pressure them.
You should have voted for 3 because Mom was dyslexic that day. So there you go.
Peer pressure.
Much love, Mom. Rest in peace, Pop. So, but speaking of dickholes, no, we weren't. That's fucked up to go from Pop to dickholes, but Pop would love
Oh,
this
I thought you were
bit.
talking about your mom even.
Yeah,
Shit.
Mom was a dickhole that day. That's true. All right, you're right. It totally works. Let's transition from my mother being a dickhole that day to dickholes. Because I made a cool video for everybody, and I hope you dig it. And it's something I thought about a few weeks ago that I thought would be funny. Really is more or less the reason we did it. We made my own personal list of the top 10 dickholes in metal. And we shared it a couple days ago to a few of our friends on YouTube and that kind of shit. So, and again, help us boost the YouTube stuff. But I thought it'd be cool to share it on the show for you tonight. What do you think?
All right, here we go.
Want to check it out?
Yeah.
Let's get your fill of dickholes here on Metal-O-Mania. Hey there, Metal-O-Maniacs. It's Wednesday night, so you know what that means. It must be time for another one of these dipshit videos that the Crypt likes to give you. And this week we're going to do the video on the 10 most hated dick holes in metal. The 10 most hated dick holes in metal, and hopefully I'm not one of them. I'm going to open this thing right up by telling you all that I do not personally hate any of the people on this list. Myself, I do not. I am even willing to concede right from the jump. Several of these cats are hated just because of the stupid shit they've done has gotten a lot more of the press than anything they've done that's redeeming. And well, okay, some of them have probably just not done anything redeeming. They have no redeeming qualities whatsoever, but I'll let you make up your own minds on that one. I've said it before, but this is a gray fucking world and we all have black and white minds. So right or wrong, we tend to use whatever information we have about someone in the limelight and convince ourselves that that is enough information to pass complete and total judgment on them, which of course is bullshit. But we all do it. We're all guilty of it. Are we not? I mean, I'm doing a fucking video right now where we're calling these people douchebags and dickholes. So maybe we can't help ourselves. And maybe, just maybe, if these crevice crusties had chosen to be nicer every now and again, or perhaps shut the fuck up once in a while, we would think better of them. So let's all pass judgment together. What the fuck? Let's name our 10 most hated dickholes in metal. Number 10 is King of Hell. This dude has made a few enemies since arriving on the black metal scene, not the least of which were a legion of Gorgoroth fans when he chased off Tormentor, who was a fan favorite of the band in 2002, and then went on to put out albums with Gorgoroth that drew strong criticism from longtime black metalers and their fans. Fenris of Darkthrone has been extremely vocal in his opinion of King, calling him an uber poser who is constantly trying to destroy real metal. Darkthrone's 2010 album Circle the Wagons has been renamed by most within the genre as the Anti-King of Hell 001 album, and Fenris does not deny it. King of Hell has reportedly faked his affiliations with the Satanic Church and is referred to as the black metal wannabe. Once at a show in 2010, an audience member threw eggs at King, which Fenris later called the Spinal Tap moment of the year because King of Hell apparently is Spinal Tap. Ouch. Very ouch, brother. Number 9 on our list is good old Varg Vikernes. I'm saying his name wrong, but fuck you. While good old Varg has recently been trying to backtrack on a lifetime of rhetoric, this dude is a Nazi sympathizer at best, and a murderer and an arsonist. Perhaps a dickhole isn't the worst thing he's ever been called, I guess, now that I think about it, especially by us stupid toolbags. Vikernes started his first band at the age of 14 called Kalashnikov, an early favorite gun manufactured and created in Russia, and would go on to form Barzum, which would become one of the most influential black acts on the planet and helped to establish Norway as black metal's ground zero. In 1992, Varg and several other members of the Norwegian black metal scene were accused of burning down 3 Christian churches. And while he denied involvement, he has been vocal of his support for the fires, even encouraging others to do more of them. Then in 1993, after releasing an album as part of Mayhem, another Norwegian death metal giant, during a disagreement with Euronymous, Varg fatally stabbed him to death. The jury didn't buy the self-defense claims, and the story goes that Euronymous ran around in circles for several minutes while dying with a knife blade sticking out of the top of his skull. That's pretty fucking brutal. So Dickhole here got 21 years in jail, during which time he wrote and published 2 books expressing pro-Nazi agendas, and even started the Norwegian Heathen Front, a neo-Nazi movement that views Muslims and Jews as subhuman species. Maybe he just needs a mirror to find someone fitting of that description, no? By the way, he only served 15 years of that prison sentence and now makes music in France. What a fucking dickhole on a croissant. Our number 8 dickhole is Ivan Moody, aka Ghost. So it probably doesn't say very good things about me as a person that I have Ghost higher than a murderer. I mean, I don't think he has killed anyone yet. But the lead vocalist for Five Finger Death Punch has made some pretty douchey moves in his time with the band. Just for starters, many thought their video for I Apologize, which depicts Moody walking through a graveyard with the names of dead musicians who have died from addiction, to be classless at best and downright disgusting at worst. He once cut a concert short in Worcester, telling fans he had to leave because his mother was dying, only to be seen carried off the stage unable to walk by many of those very same fans. And his sister then tweeted that the mother was alive and well. As if all that isn't bad enough, he was arrested February 2014 in Australia for being so drunk that he physically assaulted a female flight attendant, and in 2015 his girlfriend of 17 years filed domestic battery charges against him that she later dropped in exchange for a firm restraining order. So this fuckhead is guilty of a lot more than just being in a shitty band. Number 7, and this one is tough for me to add because you all know how I feel about Slayer. But Carey has brought a lot of heat on himself for not just being opinionated, but being loudly opinionated. He once referred to deceased Slayer member Jeff Hanneman as worm food in an interview, and has gone hard after bands like Metallica and Iron Maiden for, quote, living off past successes, obviously excluding Slayer from that crime. And a case could be made otherwise, I'm just saying. He even blamed poor ticket sales for a festival Slayer once headlined on the fact that the second biggest band was King Diamond, and King Diamond doesn't draw enough of a crowd. Add all of that to his reputation as the whammy bar solo guy, and you can see why he might not be the most loved dude in metal. In fact, dickhole number 7 for us. Number 6 on our dickhole list is Hernan Eddie Hermida. The former singer for All Shall Perish and current voice of Suicide Silence might just be guilty of trying to do too many things at once and not being upfront about it with his former bands. While trying to keep one foot in All Shall Perish, Eddie took over duties in Suicide after their original singer Mitch Lucker was killed in a motorcycle accident. After repeatedly telling his former bandmates he was still with them, Perish found out that not only had Eddie left the band, but they found out Suicide Silence's management was forbidding All Shall Perish from doing anything as a band until Eddie was the established new singer for Suicide, essentially shutting that band down for a year in limbo. All of this is in his sin bin before we even mention that his first 2 outings with Silence were utter new metal bullshit, and you can see why many fans have turned on Eddie. The new album seems to have promised though, so we shall perish. Oh, no, I mean, we shall see. Number 5, Dick is Gall. That's right, Gall. Gall will always be known for being the douchebag who joined Gorgoroth and then teamed up with fellow dickhole King of Hell to try to steal the name from founding member and guitarist Infernus. He failed at the attempted hostile takeover, and the underhanded move got both him and King thrown out of the band. Gorgoroth fans all mostly ignore the Gall years and dismiss those outings as complete dog shit compared to earlier works like Antichrist and Pentagram anyway. Gall once called a burglar breaking into his house. Did he call the police right away? No, he did not. Instead, he tied the man to a chair and proceeded to torture him for 6 straight hours before turning him over to authorities. Alright, to be honest, I'm not sure how much I dislike him for that last part, but he's still a fucking dickhole. And number 4 on our list is fucking Dave Mustaine of Megadeth. That's right, one of the lords of metal in my opinion, and despite all of the shit that I'm about to throw at Dave, I still love him. Megadeth was just too gigantic a piece of my youth to turn away, and a mostly stellar discography over some dickhole tendencies from this dude. We put him this high on the list due to his being one of the biggest names on the list. But what Dave is mostly guilty of is his bare-knuckle honesty. He spent 30 years happily taking potshots at Metallica after he left the band oh so long ago, and although the rift was finally closed for barrels full of cash to pull off the Big Four show, many who sided with those other guys never quite came around to Dave's corner. Plus, since Dave very publicly became a born-again Christian a few years ago, he has stopped performing many of Megadeth's best early songs due to lyrical content he no longer endorses, much to the anger of Megadeth fans everywhere. When Megadeth won a Grammy in 2017, Mustaine did himself no extra favors by publicly saying that the award should not have been given to the band, but to him personally because he did it all himself. Our number 3 dickhole is a woman, so does that make her a pussy hole? Hey, I'm just asking. Number 3 is Sharon Osbourne, and just for starters, whether Sharon actually did or did not have an affair with longtime, departed, and never forgotten Shredmaster Randy Rhoads, or if she just made it up to sell books, she is still a scumbag for it either way. Also, to metal fans, Sharon is our very own Yoko Ono, having been blamed by more than a few sources for breaking up the legendary unit of Black Sabbath. After all, it was her father who was behind having Ozzy removed from Sabbath, don't forget, and then Sharon went on the offensive and has been accused over the years of exploiting Ozzy's drug use and wild antics to enrich herself. The Osbournes are reportedly worth an estimated $410 million. So it's kind of working, I guess. But her sin bin is a big one. And considering her extended stints on television, there is a virtually bottomless pit of horrible things to dissect that have fallen out of Sharon's mouth. Although few are as egregiously disgusting as her recent claim about Rhoads, in my opinion. A person who Ozzy has stated he has missed every single day since his death from a plane crash in February of 1982. What a wicked thing to put out there into the world. Plus, the successful Black Sabbath reunion tour from a couple years back was notably absent one Bill Ward, and the story goes that Sharon hated hated him so much that she refused to let Ozzy participate if Ward did, and her demands were catered to. In another bizarre encounter, at Iron Maiden's last Ozfest appearance in San Bernardino, California in 2005, Sharon was upset with Bruce Dickinson for some negative things he had said about reality TV being garbage, and of course, at that time, the Osbournes were reality TV royalty. So, for revenge, Sharon recruited fans and people from her management company to take positions in front of the stage, and when Maiden came on, they pelted the band with eggs, bottle caps, and ice, with some reports even stating that Kelly Osbourne, their daughter, was among the show-ruining dickholes. And if that wasn't bad enough, Maiden's power was cut 3 separate times during their set, with all fingers being pointed at Miss Osbourne if you're nasty, and she is nasty. Dickinson later denied making a personal attack on Ozzy Osbourne, saying, "Did I have a go at Ozzy and Black Sabbath? No, why would I? But I do find the Osbournes TV show series to be loathsome, and the whole cult of reality TV celebrities disgusting." And you know what? You can't argue with that. The following year, Sharon was booed off the stage for talking shit about Maiden to a crowd, calling him a dick. Added to Sharon's crimes are her publicly firing Smashing Pumpkins from her management company, citing health issues. And those health issues are that Billy Corgan makes me fucking sick. And just last year, she appeared on the British television show Would I Lie to You, and told the apparently true story that during a house fire, she made her assistant go back into the house to save her art, and said that she ripped an oxygen mask off of the assistant to give it to her dog, then fired him when he did not find the situation as funny as she did. While he was worried he might have lung damage from smoke inhalation, Sharon said after the fact that he showed no sense of humor during the fire. All of this, and Tony Iommi is still convinced to this day that a box of dog shit was once delivered to his house and was sent by Miss Osbourne herself. What a fucking dickhole, pussy hole, whatever. Bitch. Alright, so I really struggled over the order of 1 versus 2 on our dickhole list, and I ended up putting Tim Lambesis as a number 2, pretty much because most of you guys hate number 1 so much, but I gotta tell you, Tim Lambesis deserves to be number 1 in many ways. The founding member of As I Lay Dying, which was once considered a Christian core band, is also the dude behind the Austrian Death Machine stuff, which paid heavy thrash homage to Arnold Schwarzenegger movies with Tim singing as Arnold. This dude has seen his share of ups and downs, ladies and gentlemen, and let me tell you, many will forgive him his theological shiftings and even the Shaped by Fire release, but what most fans can't seem to get over is that time he tried to hire a hitman to kill his ex-wife. Fortunately for her, he approached an undercover police officer to do the deed and ended up getting 6 years in jail instead of getting her killed. The super Christian guy tried to kill his woman. Isn't shall not kill on that commandments list somewhere? Well, he has been released now, has reformed As I Lay Dying, seems to have shifted to atheism, and is back on the road again. So, all forgiven? I'm going to go with not. We are up to the big number 1 on our dickholes list, but first, we must throw in a few dishonorable mentions that I know some of you are wondering, how in the fuck are these names not on the list already? But I said right from the start, this is a metal list, and I bent the rules a little already to take a shit on Sharon Osbourne. But these guys are some that many of you consider metal, but I personally do not, and you are entitled to your opinions. We don't have to agree. And it would suck if we always did anyway, right? So, let's get to our top 5 also rans for my dickness list. These guys, or at least some of them, will probably rank higher than others on my list today, but like I said, I have trouble committing them to the metal genre, which is what this thing is all about, right? I do bring them up though, because if you made a list of dickheads, these fuckknuckles would be higher on your list than Snoop Dogg's blunt roller. Yeah, that's right, Snoop Dogg has a professional blunt roller. So what the fuck have you guys done with your life? First up is my disclaimer. I'm going to tell you right now that some of these dishonorable mention guys, some of you will consider metal and some of you do not. And I'm going to tell you, my personal opinion on that is that you're both right. At the time Kiss came out, at the time Guns N' Roses and all that stuff came out, we considered it metal. I was there. I'm an old fucker. I know, kiss my nuts. But back then we'd considered it metal. But I do get where new age metalheads look back on a time where Kiss came out and do not consider that metal. So I think you're both right. Get over it. I told you a million times. Gray world, black and white minds. First up on our dishonorable dickhole list is Maynard James Keenan. Everyone loves Tool, although the most recent outing seems to have mixed reviews. Many love Keenan for his deep lyrical content and his accomplishments as a musician, having founded not only Tool, but also Pussifer and A Perfect Circle, all with high marks from fans. But that is where Mr. James gets into a little hot water with some because he has publicly ridiculed his own fan base on several occasions now, once stating that fans who were tired of waiting on the new Tool album should get a life instead of worrying about what the fuck he's doing. He even once blamed the delay on the fact that when geniuses are making music together with other geniuses, it takes time because no genius will back down from being right. Yeah, we're allowed to call you a genius, man, but you're not, dick. Next up is Axl Rose. Axl has now been accused of causing at least 2 riots at Guns N' Roses shows and has been a legendary prick to bandmates and other musicians for decades now. There are plenty of reasons to dislike him, but perhaps one of the biggest fuck-ups was back in August of 1992 on the night that James Hetfield stepped in front of a pyrotechnic blast and burned himself the fuck up. While James had to be rushed to the hospital, Guns N' Roses were asked and declined to go on stage any sooner than was already planned. So the crowd waited and got pissed off. So when GNR finally came out and did a total of 9 songs before calling in a night and telling fans this will be our last show ever, and then walked off the stage, the place went fucking berserk. Fans ripped the venue to shreds, causing over $400,000 in damages as they took to overturning concession stands and setting fire to the garbage cans, before the place spilled out into the city streets, torching cars, overturning police cruisers, and even uprooting a street lamp. You can still YouTube a 5-minute video of Axl Rose in 1993 talking straight shit about Metallica for the entirety of the video, and you can also find many insults hurled from Metallica back at Axl himself. Most notably is James Hetfield's statement that Axl could have been a hero that night, but instead chose to be a dick. Well said, sir. In fact, a dickhole. Next up, Fred Durst. That's right, Limp Bizkit himself. And many of you know why I'm not calling him metal, I'm thinking. Outside of the Anthrax Public Enemy collaboration, there is perhaps no man more responsible for the surge in the 90s of nu metal than Mr. Hat on Backwards Durst. With a combination of grade school level lyrics and rehashed and unoriginal beats, these guys somehow took over the world for a minute, and metalheads everywhere are still wondering how and why. Durst has been involved in a war of words with everyone from Les Claypool to Scott Stapp from Creed to Metallica themselves, and we're sure that Napster producing Limp Bizkit shows had nothing to do with it. Anyway, he has even claimed to have had sex with pop stars Christina Aguilera and Britney Spears, both of whom deny any such connection. But he did write songs for Aguilera, and that is arguably worse, isn't it? Plus, he is fresh off of receiving a Golden Rotten Tomato Award for making one of the worst movies of 2019, The Fanatic. Do yourself a favor and avoid it. Next up on our dishonorable dickhole list is Vince Neil. Alright, I know at this point we are kind of piling it on old Vince Neil here at Metal-O-Mania, and yeah, guilty as charged. He killed someone. Fact. Period. Vince got into a car smash drunk and fucking killed Razzle, the drummer from Hanoi Rocks. 40 fucking years ago now, but still, there are a lot of people out there who feel that Vince paid his way out of trouble for this incident and didn't even learn from it because he kept drinking and driving after that shit happened. Also, a near legendary level misogynist, according to a Rolodex of exes, and an Yngwie Malmsteen-sized ego make the Motley Crue frontman a very disliked dude. Cool side note, the Nuclear Assault song on the Plague release, originally called Buttfuck, and was later changed to You Figure It Out, as a direct attack on Vince Neil getting away with murder, cause he's a fucking dickhole. And our last dishonorable mention dickhole is the fucking biggest dick of all time for me, and that's Gene Simmons. Even if I remotely considered Kiss a metal band like I know some of you do, I would have likely put Gene at number 1 on our list with a bullet. There has never been a more arrogant and dismissive dickhole in the history of music than Gene. I would sell you my wife's panties for a nickel Simmons. Notorious for the way he has marketed and profited off of the Kiss legacy, there are even Kiss caskets you can be buried in, gang, and guess what? They are expensive as fuck, going for $4,000 a piece. We were personally told by a tour guide at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, upon being asked why Kiss was not more represented, that everything you see here was donated by the artists, and Gene Simmons won't give us anything for free. No bullshit. What a cock. He loves to say stupid things like rock and roll are dead, and I only did this for sex and the money, which proves he is out of touch, but what makes him a real dickhole is his continued treatment of women. He has been accused of several unwelcome sexual advances, as well as once choking a woman that tried to film him. This dude is just a colossal fucking cunt. I could go on, but I will close Gene out on this. He recently made a young fan who was set to interview Kiss cry because the kid was wearing an Iron Maiden shirt to interview them instead of a Kiss shirt. That one was so dickish that even Paul Stanley is visibly embarrassed by the exchange, clearly trying to joke it off and minimize Gene's asshole factor. Oh yeah, and despite the fact that almost almost every song Gene has ever written, paints himself as the world's greatest lover, claiming in several interviews, some right in front of his wife Sharon Tweed, by the way, that he has bedded at least 50,000 women so far. There was a leaked sex tape of him with some young model that shows 30 seconds of pounding without even him taking his pants and goddamn collapsing into nothingness afterwards. If only, huh? Anyway, so much for the also rans. Let's get to our number one dickhole on the list. And it seems in talking to many of you out there, most of you agree that Lars Ulrich is the biggest cocksucker in metal. While he may be a knight in his homeland of Denmark, Lars will forever be remembered as the dude that shut down Napster. I gotta be honest here. There are some things about Lars that I do think make him a cockhole, and I am not so fast to call him on the Napster thing, man. I kinda get it. After finding non-released Metallica song I Disappear on the file-sharing service, Lars and Metallica went on the attack, with Lars becoming the face of the movement. And right or wrong, people have hated him for it ever since. Add in that he was born to money, and stories follow him everywhere that paint him as an arrogant prick. There is really very little to like about Lars. Countless videos have now been made public of Lars talking to people in a demeaning tone and generally treating others like garbage from under his shoe. There are also the accusations that Lars is not a creative drummer, but instead sticks to basic beats and can't play the same beats live that appear on the records. Plus the conspiracy theory that Lars was behind And Justice for All's erasing of Newsted's bass playing, and I think you are starting to see a pattern of an egotistical prick. Shit, just watch any interview with him and tell me he doesn't just make you want to punch him at least a little bit. And that's why he's our number one dickhole. What do you guys think? Who the fuck did we leave off, and who did we treat unfairly? Let me know, because this has been a dickhole report from the Crypt and Metal-O-Mania. What do you think? Did you dig it?
I did.
Did you dig it? Did you get, was there too many dick holes? Were you like, look at all these dick holes coming at me? All
no, I thought it was the appropriate amount of dick holes, but
just the right amount of dick holes.
But
that's what we go for here at Metal-O-Mania.
It's funny because, like, your point is, you know, stop fucking judging people by these, you know.
I know, while making a video
while
judging
making
people.
the list of like these people doing these things. So it's you know, fuck it.
Like I said, we're
life is all about
hypocritical
balancing
cunts,
your
one of us.
multiple personalities, isn't it?
It really is.
So
yeah.
you know,
we're hypocritical cunts. I say it every week. Every single one of us. We're all hypocritical cunts. Yeah, there you go. Suck that dick hole, all of them. So yeah, I hope you dug that. But I tell you what, let's play a Warbringer jam, because we just made you sit through that craziness. So let's play a Warbringer jam and put some more metal back in your skulls. Because Warbringer's back, man. And as you know, we've interviewed these guys on the show. If you go in their archives, you can find it. They're really killer. They got a brand new release out. Weapons of Tomorrow is fucking phenomenal. And we're setting off alarms here at the studio.
That's the timer, and it's not going to stop.
Oh,
so.
well, let's play some Warbringer then. Off of Weapons of Tomorrow, let's play The Black Hand Reaches Out to Burn Down the Kitchen.
What's up? This is Carlos from Warbringer, and you're listening to Metal-O-Mania.
Well, you can wish in one hand and crap in the other, and see which gets filled first.
And that was Warbringer kicking ass, man. And apparently during that jam, they kicked so much ass that they knocked our main software offline.
We're fucked.
Because life is a fucking nightmare. Anyhow, but Skully,
Look, we persevere.
Skully pieced something together, and I don't even know. She literally pulled out some duct tape and a videotape of MacGyver episodes. And boom, we put it back together.
That when I was a little girl.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Actually.
We just MacGyvered this motherfucker. Like, y'all don't even know. But
hopefully you like it. Hopefully the end result will look good.
Yeah.
We got a plan. So
We
that's half the battle,
had a
right?
plan. You know, we had
a plan.
and then we got punched in the face.
Fell through.
Like Mike Tyson says, everybody got a plan until they get punched in the face.
Right. So
we had a plan and we just got punched in the face. Yeah.
We had to regroup and
So
reassess.
basically, just now, I was running around circles screaming and yelling while Skully was breaking out the MacGyver and the duct tape. So there you go. There's a little
he
peek.
was literally screaming and
Oh,
yelling.
yeah, it's bananas. It's bananas. Every week, you guys, man. I think the fates are telling me not to do this metal show, you guys, man. I need y'all to tell me that I'm wrong
guys,
here.
please tell him.
Because the fates are telling me to
persevere
quit.
and work through it.
I think the
you
fates
know?
are telling me to quit. Every week, something bullshit to deal with. But anyway, we're back. We're still here. We're doing the metal thing, and we're not quitting. And, just your tip of the week is, don't make, creepy sounds and screw yourself out of anal. There you go. That's your crypt tip of the week. I give you a tip every week, don't I? And there you go. There it is. But I do want, I got to ask everybody a real question on a serious tip.
Okay, what?
While we were doing all this, while Skully was doing all this, I should say, while I was in the middle of my ramping and raging and running around, I was looking at some of the things that you guys send me in my private message on Facebook.
Right.
And I'll be honest with you, I'm like 300 messages
them,
behind. Yeah. I'm 300 messages behind now. It's crazy. I'll try. I'll work on it. But I opened one from a buddy of mine I went to high school with, and it's literally a midget dude jumping around with his dick out. And why, man? Why? My question is why?
Around?
Just jumping around with his dick flopping around everywhere and shit, and probably music. I didn't turn it up, but why, man? What is it about? I've known this dude for fucking 35, 40, you know what I'm saying?
He sees that. Somebody said that to him, and he was like,
That's my question.
That's a you.
Right, that is my question.
Chris
what is it
Grant
about?
is
Yeah,
who-
Chris must see this. I must send this to the crypt immediately.
That is hilarious.
And dude, I get so much of that shit you wouldn't believe it. And
Well,
let me tell
you
you.
showed me something. That's what I was saying. You showed me
Right.
a fraction of it,
Yeah.
but
Well, let me tell you, the censorship that you're put through on Facebook, regular Facebook, you are not put through on Facebook Private Messenger whatsoever.
Oh, right.
People can send some horrific shit to you. And they do, let me tell you. And I want to ask you, why? Why are you doing that to me? What did we do? What about me makes you think I want to see a naked midget jumping around?
right. There's certain things that when you see it, like I'm thinking, like,
there's a bunch of boob
Snacks
videos.
is actually very famous for anything related to ass.
Yeah, Snacks will
basically,
send me
and
ass
she
videos
knows,
all the time, and I'm fully bring them on. I'm all for it. But yeah, what is it about
But
the naked dudes
who
and the
else,
fucking?
like,
there's some crazy ones. There's some
pins
shit
you,
videos
exactly
and
right.
fisting up an asshole type shits all the time. I don't want to see that shit.
Yeah, a lot of it.
I get a lot of weird shit. Send me the boobs. I'll take the
People
boobs.
like the shock thing.
You know.
People like to.
I get
I guess
50,000
when you look at your phone, you're like,
Yeah.
oh, like
right,
people
and that's the thing, man. What if you're in the
happy about
grocery
that.
store and you pop that open?
That's what they want.
Yeah, you're
That's the goal,
you're
right?
probably
Is,
right.
Like for it to pop on your phone, like in the middle of a meeting or something, and all of a sudden
I
your
think
phone
you're
is
onto
making
something.
sex noises.
It's my penis, but I think you're onto something. But yeah, that's fucked up, man. I don't get
I
it.
have a tally.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's no. Look, you went to reach for my tally, and there's no
did.
tally.
Yep.
The tally board crashed, you guys,
Yep.
man. We were Warbringer crashed the tally board. I'm blaming them guys. But yeah, good shit. But you know what? I will occasionally get things sent to me that I do like.
Oh, you get some good things.
I do. There's some good things.
Okay.
And Sam Manning, do you remember Sam Manning, our buddy Sam Manning, who took our pictures?
took our pictures, right?
Yeah, in Salem,
Okay.
Massachusetts. The
Okay.
wizards and
He's
pictures
the
of
artist.
us. Yeah. Yes, he is.
Yeah. Okay.
He is building us a new intro to our show.
Oh, cool.
And it's going to be cool, you guys, man. He sent a piece of us to check out today, and I'm very excited
Oh,
about it.
I'd like to see it. I
haven't shown you yet, but I'm very excited.
Okay.
So that's something to look forward to. It's going to be cool.
Very awesome. Thanks, Sam.
Yeah, one of the many awesome people behind the scenes that help us out, man. And I want to thank a few of those.
Okay.
Daniel Rothman, you're wearing the
Yeah.
left and right one.
Yes.
Not only he's got a brand new CD out, man. The weight of a dream.
Mm-hmm.
awesome EP. Please go out there and get it. Support Badassery, man. Daniel Rothman. He's going to be on our 420 release, and he does our editing. He edits our interviews and everything, man. He's seriously, literally a part of the Metal-O-Mania family at this point. We love you, brother. And we appreciate you, man. And we appreciate, dude, we've made really awesome friends recently out of James. I won't put his last name out there on the show because I didn't ask him first, but James and, I tell you what, DJ Anubis and Nico, I can tell you that, of Metal Tavern Radio, man. Metal Tavern Radio, fucking, and support Badassery. I've been listening to their show the last 4 weeks now, and good stuff, man. I enjoy it. They talk good TV shows and movies and get you up to date on shit. They play good metal.
Shit that's right up your alley.
There you go. And it is Metal Tavern Radio, man, based out of Baltimore, Maryland, so check them out. Fuck cool. Yeah. Much love. And you know what? Speaking of which, James' birthday was just yesterday.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. Oh, yeah. You got to open up our.
He is celebrating a birthday.
Yes, indeed. Happy birthday to you, brother. DJ Anubis, happy birthday to you, sir. We appreciate you, and we send much Metal-O-Mania love and metal to you, sir, man. And to Nico as well. Much, she's got to put up with you for however fuck long, so there you go.
But speaking of birthdays, remember we started last week.
You do them this week. Yep. Who you got?
We are celebrating just the week of birthdays from Sunday to Saturday for the week that a show is.
For the week, we're going to try to do this every week, man. I've been with something new, but
sorry for everybody that was before.
Yeah, if you're 3 weeks ago, eat a dick. I'm sorry. You got to wait a whole year. Yep. We'll see you next year.
Hang in there.
There you go. Right. Make it be safe.
2 days, whatever it is.
Yeah, right. There you go. Make it and be safe,
But yeah, we have on. Oh, you're going to make me read all these. So hopefully,
I am.
Guys, if I butcher your names.
She is the mad butcher of Metal-O-Mania.
Actually, wait a minute. Don't we do the little slideshow thingy so we can play their names and do that?
No, you read it and I'll show a cool picture while you read it. How about that?
All right, we'll do that. Okay.
You read the names and I'll show everybody a cool picture.
Right, so
there you go. So here's the picture. Boom.
All right, here are our birthdays for the week of March 22nd through 28th.
Happy
for
birthday.
Metal-O-Mania. On Sunday, March 22nd, we got Yandere and Justin Ennis.
Happy birthday.
On Monday, March 23rd, we got Axel, James Axel, that is, and Casey Trask and CM Carroll.
Happy birthday.
On Tuesday, March 24th, we got James Scott Corprew or DJ Annaballs.
Annaballs, look, DJ Anubis. You can't say that. You say it 12 times in a row and you fuck it up 12 times in a row. DJ Anubis. Yeah, I'll go with Annaballs. We're not fixing that. I am not editing that for you. You said Annaballs. You hear that, James? Happy birthday, Annaballs. Hey, she butchers my name too, dude, so don't feel bad, brother. DJ Annaballs. Yeah. DJ Anubis.
Fuck.
Yeah, I love it. I'm not fixing that. We're keeping it.
Oh, I hope he loves it. All right, on Wednesday, March 25th, our hump day. Today is Lizzie Cruz and Nicholas Reardon. On Thursday, we only have one, March 26th, Marla Williams. Friday, again, another solo birthday, March 27th, we got Shelly Privet. And Saturday, again, solo birthday on March 28th, Andolph Sanchez Eshiam.
To you.
I really hope I didn't fuck everybody's names up, and I really hope
think
that
you did it great.
Have a wonderful happy birthday.
Especially for you, DJ Anubis or DJ Annaballs. Whichever one you want to use going forward, brother. Happy birthday, motherfuckers.
So bad.
And there you go. That's how we butcher up the birthdays around this place, man. She's not only...
It's a new thing, so
we're putting our toes in the water on this thing, and she's butchering the fuck out of it, and I love it. I love it.
Funny.
I love it. All right, but anyway, good stuff, man. Okay. Good stuff, and we appreciate all you guys, man. We want you to know that we appreciate you. We love you, and you know what? How we're gonna show our appreciation? How about with a modern retro haha? You want to do it that way?
Sounds good.
Let's do it.
Yes.
And what do I have for everybody this week for the modern retro? We're going to open up. Oh, you know what?
Painkiller.
Fuck yes, man. You guys are going to love the modern retro haha we got for you this week.
Okay.
The band is Painkiller. It's death metal, thrash metal in Poland, and fucking made a home there, man. It made a home there. And that home is Painkiller. Their brand new release is called Suffering of Exile, and we're going to play Redeemer's Prophecy from it. I'm telling you, you're going to love this, man.
Right.
Truly badass. And then our old school jam of the week is going to be Old School Gamma Side. I hope many of you guys remember these, man. These old schoolers from Arlington, Texas.
Okay.
They actually put a single out like 3 or 4 years ago, and I thought they might be reforming, but I don't know what happened. So far, that's been stagnant since then. But they were true badasses back in the day, and I really enjoyed this album, Victims of Science, and we're going to play the title track from it from way back in 1989.
We are all victims of science.
Man, ain't that the truth?
Appropriate.
We're living in the there's subtext behind the playlist all night. You look for it and you'll find it.
That was the first one I paid attention
Yeah, but then there's Once Awake, man. We're gonna play some Once Awake. This is a badass band. Also, they're a groove metalcore band out of Norway. Just truly badass, man. You're gonna really, really dig it. Bridge Burner is the album, and Listen to Yourself.
Who's the comedians in between?
We are going to go with some Bill Hicks tonight, man. It felt appropriate to go with some old school Bill Hicks tonight, man. Old school love Bill Hicks. So,
all right.
Much love.
Much metal.
Enjoy the modern retro. Haha. 161.
remember 10 years ago? Anybody 10 years ago? You got pulled over, cop came up to your car. Son, you been drinking? Yeah. Oh, sorry to bother you. Hope I didn't bring your buzz down any. Okay. Get on out of here and have yourself some fun. Drink one for us. We'll be joining you right after duty. Okay, bye-bye. Back in the car, Tommy. It's a drunk guy behind the wheel of an automobile. That's all. You remember that? Now you are the murderer. Remember drunks, you go, why don't you go catch murderers? You are the fucking murderer. You know? And they're gonna nail you, man. They got that field sobriety test, guaranteed. They start off slow. I love it. Walk a straight line. Well, shit. I've been so drunk I peed in my own pants, but at no time could I not. I can skip a fucking straight line, dude. Touch your nose. Well, dude, I could shoot Thorazine into my heart. Still find my fucking nose. I've never understood that one at all. That is just... Are people out there who cannot find their nose? I don't... It's right there. Never will it move. I don't care how fucking drunk I am. I could have no arms and still find my fucking nose. But then the kicker. Say the alphabet. Backwards. Well, shit, you got me. I'm not drunk, but I'm obviously too stupid to be driving, goddammit. Somebody can actually do this? What kind of sobriety test is this? They're making this shit up as they go. They're having fun with you. You're jumping through hoops for these guys, man. They're sitting there going, shit, do a flip. Come here, son, put your dick in our exhaust pipe. Do it right now. Shit, I never heard of this one. These are officers, they know what they're doing. God damn, that's hot. Shit, how long have they been chasing us? Fuck. Man, they're just having fun with you. This has nothing to do with sobriety test. You're auditioning for your freedom. You think, whoa, Z-Y, Z-Y. I don't know the rest of it. They humiliate you for their own amusement, then they pop you. All right? So I say, fuck it. Walk a straight line. Touch your nose. Fuck that, I'm drunk. I might puke if I start moving around a lot. How about this, officer? How about you carry me to the back of your car? Think I'll start my 18-hour nap right now, buddy. You ever seen vomit go through that mesh screen between the front and back seat of their car? Oh, yeah. You're gonna rue the day you pulled me in, buddy.
Now, Alan will demonstrate what having sex with a dead body might sound like. Oh! Excuse me, how is this helping?
sludge from every research project. You dumped it right here into the streets of our city.
I don't do drugs. I want to thank management for offering, but I said no. And when I say no, it means how much and can I get some more? No, it means no, and I mean that, unless you're giving it away. No, it means no. And can I also get some lubes to come down later? No, it means, seriously, it means no. Is the bar open? Oh, okay, no, it means, let's see how I used to do drugs. I had no luck with drugs, man. One time, me and 3 friends dropped acid, drove around in my dad's car. He has one of those talking cars. We're tripping, and the car goes, "The door is ajar." We pulled over and thought about that for 12 hours, man. Shit, how can a door be ajar? Shit, why would they put a jar on a car? Oh, shit, the freeway's melting. Got pulled over tripping once. Woo, there's a dream come true. I'll match that to any drunk story you got. Pulled over tripping. Jesus. Cop was tapping on this window. We're staring at him in this mirror over here. How tall are you?
What? You mean we're stuck here listening to this crap?
and the disapproval. We all need you to stay.
I think I got it, but just in case, tell me the whole thing again. I wasn't listening.
And that's how we mod in the retro. Ha ha. And Metal-O-Mania. All right, I don't know. We need a theme. We need a theme for that thing.
Not that.
Yeah, not that. Anything but that. All right, you might be onto something. Maybe you have a point. It's my pecker. But you might have a point. Yeah, there you go. You saw where I was going there. But what's everybody think of the playlist so far? Pretty kick-ass, right?
Loving it, yeah.
And how about Holycide earlier with a killer interview?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Good stuff, man.
Very cool.
We crashed the software. We are during a pandemic. We are fucking stuck in the studio. And you can't stop Metal-O-Mania,
Making
motherfuckers.
it work, you know?
Thanks large part to Scully. I love you, Scully. You rock, man. And to listen to me screaming and yelling while you're doing it, true testament.
Makes it tough.
You're a warrior. You're a true warrior is what
I listen
you are.
to about, a certain period of time of it, and then at some point I have to all right, that's
Shut
enough.
the fuck up. I'm working on
Right.
it. Okay.
We're done talking about the problems.
You're
Now we're on to the solutions.
You're right. And here we are. Here we are making the best of it.
Here you go.
Yeah. What do you think?
So
I don't even know what the background looks like yet.
I know,
So,
it's a little
there you
different.
go. It's different. Everything's different.
TBD.
There's a TBD background that you're seeing that we are sitting here talking to you right now, and we don't even know what it is yet.
The future is crazy.
Crazy. So, but yeah, killing it with metal, man. You can't stop the metal. You cannot stop the metal.
Who wants to?
Yeah, whoever they are need to get the fuck out of the way. Well, they're probably not tuning into our show anyway, so fuck those people.
They don't know.
But I know that everybody is home. We talked a little bit about it the last couple of weeks now, unfortunately. But I know everybody's home and you're looking for shit to do. And of course, our number one thing we're going to tell you is
into Metal-O-Mania.
fuck yeah, hit the archives, man. This is episode 161. We did 25 episodes of the Metal Yard. There is a lot of shit out there for you to check out if you're new to our show. So we hope you do. And each playlist is methodical and put together to rip you into shreds and put you back together again as a new, more metal human being. So
And they start off, a little thrashier and get a little deathier as they go on.
That's
so,
our format. If you are new to the show, I'm glad you said that. If you are new to the show, you may notice we kind of start crossover-y, thrashy kind of stuff, sometimes some hardcore, and we do get deathier as we go, and we usually end up with something just thunderously death.
Brutal. Right.
Yeah, we like that. We find that it works for us, man. That's how we do things at Metal-O-Mania, and we hope you dig
everybody
it.
a little bit of what they want.
Yeah, fuck yeah. And we're going to do that again, of course, tonight.
Well, tell us about your, what is
Well, I noticed that Metallica does, and I know there's mixed feelings on Metallica out there, but, hey, they are still part of our metal thing, man. And again, for some of the early works, they'll always have my respect for that, no matter what they did later. They have a part of my metal heart. And I do think that this is cool. Right now, with everything going on, they are offering Metallica Mondays. If you are subscribed to their YouTube channel, which of course is free,
Okay.
they're going to be broadcasting old shows like concerts of theirs, man. That's
fun.
Every Monday night, start to finish, a full show. I think they're starting this Monday coming with a show from 2019 from San Bernardino, California, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. So, but that's cool, man. I mean, that's something you can watch. It's something you can enjoy.
Not that my opinion matters, but they probably should start with an older one because the sound quality is probably going to be not as good.
Right. Work people up to the good ones. Yeah, right.
Yeah, is that
Maybe
wrong?
you're right. No, you might be right. I mean, I personally would love to see some old Cliff Burton shows and shit from back in the day.
Yeah,
so,
plus the nostalgia of it.
Right,
You're trying to get the,
Fuck yeah.
the old heads.
And you know what? I bet if you stay tuned, you will see some of that. So that'll be cool. Yeah. I think that's cool, man. Regardless of what you think about Metallica, I think that's cool of them to do. And if you're looking for something to do on a Monday night, I can think of fucking worse things. I'll tell you that, man.
Yeah, right.
If you're social distancing outside backyard grill, boom, Metallica.
Right.
There's worse things. I'm telling you that. But what are you doing? I know you're working your ass off, and you're still working from home.
Yeah,
we're working, but we're doing it from home, and
I think the
You're
8
running from my
hours that you
erection
put
all
in
the
at
time.
home are more solid 8 hours than
they really
you
probably
put in
are.
at work.
Yeah, because there's no
At the
distractions.
office. Right.
In the office, you're talking to other people, and you're interacting. At home, you're just like, boom, task at hand.
Right. And I work right in the kitchen, so I can just get up, grab something, and sit right back down.
At home, you mean?
Eat. Yeah.
Like at work, you don't work in the kitchen. But at home, you can work you literally set up in the kitchen,
Christ,
right?
this cow.
Yeah, what the fuck?
But no, but other than that, the dog is the distraction, which, it is pretty distracting. But other than, I take him for a walk. That's 10 to 20 minutes or whatever, and then I get back to it. So it's not that big of a deal.
You stay hardworking. You're a hardworking cat.
The time I save and driving time, I think,
Yeah.
is probably going to the dog. But other
Yeah.
than that, I'm doing good.
Well, and me, I'm usually chasing you around with something. But
It's hard to
half
be
the time it's
productive
my
at
dick,
home
but-
because there's so many other things.
yeah.
And honestly, I just want to sleep.
Well, yeah.
Like to wake up to an alarm when like there's like nothing going on.
When you don't have to go jump in the car. Yeah, that's a bitch.
That's a little tough.
That is a bitch. I get it, man.
But we all have struggles, and honestly, if that's like the hardest struggle that I have to deal with, like I should count myself lucky.
Fuck
so
yeah. Yeah, there's a
lot of
lot
people
of
out there
crazy
dealing with a lot
goings
worse.
on right now, man. And much love to you all, every one of you, man. Remember, regardless of where you're tuning in from, what part of the world you're watching from, man, we send you our love.
Yep, the
Stay
doctors
safe
and stuff, everybody on the
oh,
front line that are
yeah,
you know
man. How crazy
right
is
there
that?
in it and
I've seen some
don't have
stories.
their proper PPE and still right there in it. And,
Fuck yeah.
and the retirees that have come back out, so they are basically the ones that are in the
Targeted.
most danger,
Right,
and
but they're coming back
putting
to
themselves
save and
right
help
on the
other
front
people,
line,
man.
even
Yeah.
knowing that they don't even have proper PPE
Right.
to save
right.
them.
But they're still coming back to save other human beings, man. I'm
Yeah.
telling you that
The truckers that are constantly
the media
delivering the new
glare is
stuff.
on the asshole, but there's a lot of cool motherfuckers out there doing cool motherfucking things.
Yeah.
You know,
the workers that are keeping the carryouts
fuck
around.
yeah,
and
we see
stores
you, man.
stocked and-
We see you, the truckers and the workers at the stores and the fucking carry out people running out with the masks on at this point and shit. I mean,
Yep.
you're some bad motherfuckers.
Yep.
Never forget that when the times were tough, we named every goddamn one of you fuckers essential.
right.
know?
Right.
It's a hell of a title to wear. Nobody's ever called me essential yet. So she's never even called me essential. So much love though. You are essential and we love you for what you do. For real. That's the real shit. Fuck
Right.
all the dick talk. That's real shit. But you know
But
what?
let's get back to the dick talk.
Yeah, right. Let's do that. But again, Metallica Mondays, and I was going to talk a little bit about this project, but I'm going to actually wait until we hear more about it.
Okay.
Paul Ballstaff has a project that he started. There's very early rumors that it might be with fucking Kerry King might be a part of it, former Slayer now. There's even a rumor that Gary Holt could be involved with it, which I don't personally see how that could happen because Gary Holt is very committed to Exodus from everything else I'm reading.
Okay.
So I don't think he's going to do both of those things. But I just keep your ears peeled for that, though, man. I believe
Everybody's
that Phil
got a lot of
Anselmo,
time on their hands. at
yeah,
the
right,
moment.
right. But it sounds like Phil Anselmo, former Pantera vocalist, might be the singer for this thing, man. So it is something to keep your eyes on, and I'm looking.
So we
forward to
won't
what
talk
might-
about that right now. We'll tell you on it later.
Yeah, we'll say nothing on all of that I just said. So there you go. But let's play some more metal, man. I know that we got a lot to get to, and now apparently we have a software system situation to attend to as well. But again, I want to remind everybody, I'm doing this 1980 thing. I really hope you check it out.
Yes.
Put a lot of
please
work
do.
into it, man. It is meant to be a walk back in time 40 years ago. So I hope you take that journey with me, man. Really do. All right, what's up next? Oh, the Late Show 2-piece combo is up next, as a matter of fact. And we got a good one. We got a very good one in store for you. We got a band coming up for you right now called Nearly Dead Creatures, man, and they are out of Quebec City. And I'm telling you right now, fucking badass. This release is called Giving Birth in an Abortion Clinic. Fuck yeah, how metal.
All right.
And we're going to play Vampires from it, which is a DIY video they did themselves that fucking as badass as the goddamn song is. So I know you're going to dig it. And this is the band I want you to run over and support, man. Go over and show them their love on their Facebook and all that shit, man. Let's do the thing. And after that, we are going to play some Horned, man. Fuck. This Horned release is badass as well. I'm telling you. It's so great. The brand new album, Eminence, is out. It just came out a couple days ago.
Okay.
And we are going to play Furnace from it. And you are going to need to wear something cold for it because it's going to burn you to pieces.
Oh, it's going to be hot.
Fuck yeah, man. So here you go. Let's embrace yourselves for the Late Show 2-piece. Come on back. We got a little bit more for you, and then we're going to close with a badass death metal jam for you as always. So keep doing the metal thing, man.
Yep. Hang
Don't
in
go
there.
nowhere yet. The 2-piece.
We can't.
Yeah, right. We can't go anywhere. None of us can go anywhere. Forget I just said that.
I'm flesh and blood, but not human. I haven't been human for 200 years.
look like psychos? Is that what they look like? They were vampires. Psychos do not explode when sunlight hits them. I don't give a fuck how crazy they are.
Is it hot in here, Mrs. Bob? Why is it so hot in here? Ah!
C'est si facile de créer une victime, si facile. Les gens n'envisagent plus de souffrir. Le monde est ainsi fait qu'il n'y a plus que des victimes.
So many things of things that's the reason that you couldn't more. What is innocent? Take your back, no wings are falling from pieces. You just another rush in the nation of fire. Set the way out, no escape, no fucking exit here. Say goodbye to your gladness. You belong with motherfucker. Defend your future, you wanna live in the monarchy you be.
And that's our late show punch you in the mouth 2-time thing that we did. And that's badass, man. I love those bands. Near the Dead Creatures, fuck yeah.
Keep me up. Keep me
Show
going.
them the love. Show them the love. Both of them bands, man. I'm telling you, if there's nothing else you take from this show every week, show these bands the love.
Which I will remind you right now that I make it very, very easy.
Yes,
Go
you do.
find the photo album on the Metal-O-Mania band page
On the
or
event?
group page or whatever the hell it is.
Whatever.
And,
on the event.
No, it's in the photos and the
Right,
albums.
Right.
But right there, you find the picture for the band for the
In the
song
comments
that you like, and write in the comments.
This is all
You
the
got
easy ways.
Facebook pages. You got
YouTubes.
YouTube pages.
Bandcamps.
You have Bandcamp links. These are all links that I'm talking about.
Fuck yeah.
Right there for you.
Boom.
Super easy.
Metal in your assholes.
Right click, open a new window.
Just
Bam.
don't make
Right
any
there.
creepy sounds or else you're going to fuck up putting it in the assholes.
Yep, that happens.
Don't do it.
Woo!
Don't do it.
Could be the end of you.
Yeah, that could be the end of everything. Or at least it could used to be. That was a different world then.
Yep.
You can take a lot more these
Depends
days.
who you are.
Yeah, right. But I do, before we get out of here, I want to very much thank Holycide for hanging out with us tonight for our episode,
Yes.
which was cool.
That was awesome.
Love that band. Love them, man. Really, truly.
Go like
like-
and support them for sure.
Great release too, man. Truly killer. And next week, I believe we have Hunger and Cruel Bomb. We're going to be talking
Two of them?
Yes, right. We're going to double our fun in your faces next week,
You've
man.
been busy.
Hunger and Cruel Bomb. And is that right? I think it might be. Maybe it's the next 2 weeks. Don't quote me because I'm in. Look, we got no
you just
software.
fuck
It's
that
late.
up?
It might be Hunger next week and Cruel Bomb next week, or maybe both next week. I don't know. I'll get back to you, but Either way, we got Hunger and Cruel Bomb coming up on Metal-O-Mania, you guys, so be excited for it. Right?
Shame.
All right, let's play some Thanatos to get the fuck out of here. What do you think?
You say Thanatos, I say Thanatos.
Let's call the whole thing off. No, seriously, let's call the whole thing off. I'm leaving.
Oh, one more song.
All right, okay. Well, let's play the title track off of the new fucking Thanatos then, man. Thanatos. Violent Death Rituals. And I'm closing with this band because they're badass. I've dug this band for a long time now. And they should be, even though I can't say it right, they're badass and they've been around since, a long time. So check it out. You want to close with them?
Sure.
All right. Let's get the fuck out of here. Forgive us, man. These are crazy times. This is a crazy episode. We apologize to all the people we called dickholes earlier. All right. No, we don't.
No, what's that about?
We don't. We're lying.
Get over it.
We're hypocritical assholes. Well, we told you that before. All right. That's episode 161. On that note, let's get the fuck out of here. Please do hang out with us for my 1980 episode and support and do our YouTube shit too. Fuck.
Support the scene from your home.
From your home.
For now.
And support Metal-O-Mania and Metal Tavern Radio and your sisters.
Whoa.
Later.
Good night.
It's so tough. Now that we're married, we barely find time to have violent sex with each other.
Sometimes we just start having sex. I'm like, punch me in the face first. Jesus.
Memory more wire hangers. Ever.
This just in. Scientists have discovered that once you've been infected by Metal-O-Mania, there is no cure. Contact Skully right away for more and more metal to feed the dragon.
What's up, everybody? Billy Milano here from Method of Destruction MOD as we get ready to tour. I want you to know that you're listening to Metal-O-Mania with Chris and Billy fucking Milano. Tell your mom I said hi.
Well, yeah, this is Vinny LaBella from Exhorter, and you're listening to Metal-O-Mania with the fucking Crypt.